So now that we know about ORD and we know about modulo, we're ready to define a hash function. So let's remember what our hash function should do. So the hash function takes two inputs. It takes the keyword and it takes the number of buckets, and it's outputting a number between 0 and buckets minus 1 that gives us the position where that string belongs. And we've seen the function ORD that takes a one-letter string and maps that to a number. And we've seen the modulus operator that takes a number and a modulus and produces, as a result, a remainder that we'd get when we divide that number by the modulus. So now we can use those to define a hash function. I'm going to start by giving you a really bad hash function. So let's define a procedure, and we'll call it bad hash string to make sure we remember that it's really bad. And it takes as inputs the keyword and the number of buckets. And we're going to output the bucket based on the first letter in the keyword. So we'll use ORD on the first letter, and we'll use modulo the number of buckets. And that's our simple hash function. For the quiz, I want you to answer all the reasons why that's bad. And remember, what bad hash string does is take the first letter in the keyword, turn it into a number using ORD, and then find that value modulo the number of buckets. Here are the possible reasons. Check all of the reasons that apply. The first is it takes too long to compute. The second is there's at least one input keyword for which bad hash string will produce an error. The third is if the keywords are distributed, like words in English, then some of the buckets will get too many words, others will get too few. And the fourth choice, if the number of buckets is large, then there's some buckets that will never get any keywords.